Hey guys, look out! It's the Transformers from the Masterpiece collection. I've got a bunch of these guys in here. But really today I'm not going to really be talking about Transformers. I'm just giving you another look inside the Vintage Geeks toy room. And I'm John, your host of the Super Awesome Geek Show. And this is my toy room. I'm the Vintage Geek, and today I found something really cool to add to my collection. I found these about a week or so ago, but I'm finally doing the video today. But I've got some G.I. Joe carded action figures, and these things are pretty cool. I never knew this existed. This is something that's totally new to me. I had to do research on them. But I found Storm Shadow version 2 in the package here. We've got Chuckles, a hit from the comic books, later made into a figure. We've got Airtight, always a cool guy to have. I don't have any of these loose or packaged, so it's kind of a neat find also to have new figures in my collection. Mainframe, I had all these when I was a kid, but I got rid of a lot of my G.I. Joes for some reason at some point. Flint, the warrant officer, and one of my favorites, Beachhead. I think what happened was a lot of my figures broke, the rubber bands, and I sold them all off as pieces and kept only the ones that were still together. Fully posable, modern army figure. International Heroes, his interchangeable snap-on gear. Codename Flint, warrant officer. And there he is in the packaging. It still has the really cool artwork, which is the main thing that attracted me to this. The front of these packages are nearly identical to the United States versions. He is perfect. It's so mint. The bubble is great. I really like the way this figure looks. Packaging is immaculate. I'm just really happy that I found these figures. Beachhead here. Now, one thing I did notice after doing some research, so these came out in 1992 after, it was kind of like they weren't allowed to be sent to Russia in other countries. So what happened was in 1991, 92-ish, early 90s there, the thing got lifted, so Hasbro was able to put their toys in other markets, Russia being one of them. So they redid all the figures and put them out then in those countries. So this is technically a reissue in 1992. So the figures, some of them have different colorizations. And as you can see, the back was totally different. The pictures for each of the characters, the file card, and all the information about Funskool and no, not for kids under 5, things like that. But there's a lot of differences between this package design and what we had here in the United States. Plus, in the early 90s, G.I. Joe was totally different. They were all glowing and colorful. One of the only examples, I wanted to try to show you the difference between a United States and a Russian package, but the only thing I have original is the Cobra Commander Battle Corps. So let's take a look at one of the modern 2000X 25th anniversary type, and you can see that they're pretty much the same. And we'll flip them over here and you can see the differences. So they're pretty much the same on the front, but on the back, we've got some major differences. The file card is totally different, of course. It's just kind of cheesy. They kind of got a lame version. And then all the pictures for the characters. We had full body pictures. They just have the heads, which I think makes it harder to distinguish who's who. But yeah, I guess there you have it. The Funskool Russian versions of 6 of the figures from the G.I. Joe Real American Hero line turned into international heroes. And like I was saying before, the paint app on some of these are slightly different than the United States versions. which were also in Japan, Europe, and various other countries. So these are going to be slightly different. Chuckles has pinker flowers on his shirt. Airtight seems to be exactly the same. I don't think there's a difference on him or Mainframe. They look the same. To me, Storm Shadow's camouflage is slightly darker, but Mainframe looks identical. Flint to me looks identical. I've been really studying pictures of him from the American release, and I don't see a difference. And then Beachhead, the glaring difference is the green on his arms and head. It's really bright in this version where it was darker in the American version. Now, the one thing about it, though, is, so if you're looking for loose figures and you don't mind the slight color variation, this might be a good way to pick them up. The guy at the market sold these to me for $15 each. Because I was buying 6 of them, he was normally selling them for $20 each. And what I found online, going on eBay, some of these loose figures, like Beachhead, can get up to $80 for a loose figure complete with all his equipment and weapons. So, but yet there are Funskool ones up on eBay that are a lot cheaper. I mean, they're in the $40 to $50 range. So even though I got a really good deal for buying them in person off this guy, an extra really good deal, still, even if you buy them online on eBay prices, you're going to be paying a lot less than if you buy a loose version that's complete. So it's kind of like, what? What's going on here? They're not that much different, and they're still made by Hasbro, technically, you know? So it might be a good way to find some figures that you can't afford, because G.I. Joe is getting to be incredibly stupid expensive. I mean, there's no reason for Beachhead and those guys to be $80 for a complete one. I mean, try to find a Tunnel Rat, first version, version 1 Tunnel Rat. Insane. You can't even find a packaged one. That's how rare some of these G.I. Joe guys are becoming. So this might be a viable alternative, buying them off the Russian cards. They're still made by Hasbro. I say they're authentic. I mean, they are made by the company that made them, so I don't understand why these are so much cheaper than buying a, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to get a second one on one of these guys, open it up and see if the date stamp matches. Who knows? All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for checking this out with me. I really appreciate you sticking by, watching another video, and you know what to do if you want to see more. And we'll be back next time inside the Vintage Geeks Toy Room. I don't know what I got coming up next. Actually, no, I do have some more stuff coming up. Yeah, I got a couple more things I could do. All right, so till next time, catch you guys later, and keep playing with your toys. Have fun.